Hold up.
Sorry.
Hello, this is Julianne Flincham, and we want to welcome you to the GGYP ASMR podcast.
My name is Justin Clement, and I'm happy to be a part of this.
Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and twirl my fidget ring. It's incredibly soothing.
Wow, I'm so relaxed. I'm now going to place my hand here.
Oh, that's doing it. You
And
know,
this is the
calming me
podcast.
down. This is the podcast.
Welcome to the GGYP podcast.
Welcome.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
We wanted to see if anyone would.
Yeah. I mean, comment below if that's what you would rather us do, right?
Do
We're here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. But for realsies, welcome to the GGYP podcast. We love you guys so much. We want you to listen to us more or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first episode, so we're gonna see where this goes.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, the GGYP stands for the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals. So we are an organization within the chamber that supports all you young professionals out there.
Yeah, if you're the age of 21 to 40, you are a Greater Gainesville young professional.
Yeah. And okay, this is one of the questions that I feel like I get a lot is like, well, if I work blah, 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 am I really a professional?
Yeah.
If you have a job, you're a professional, like, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
Or if you're trying to find a job, or if you're a student, if you're just doing a thing.
Yeah. Do you exist?
Yeah.
Are you alive?
Yeah. Do you feel like you maybe could be professional at some point in your life?
Yeah. Yeah. If that's a future goal of yours.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
I mean, we're young professionals.
Yeah.
I barely feel like a professional, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Well, I feel like that's why I coined the term, like, what GGYP actually is
Right.
youngish and professional-ish,
Boom.
you know?
Yeah.
Because, okay, so basically, if you've seen like our events pop up on like Facebook and Instagram and in newsletters, we do a little bit of kind of everything. So we're trying to do like mixers where you can meet people, but then we also are going to do like professional development and personal development stuff. And then also stuff with like our nonprofits and more of like that philanthropic side of the community.
Absolutely.
And then sometimes it's just fun stuff to like show you what Gainesville is.
Just getting to know the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Get to know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
town that we're all in.
Yeah.
We're all in this together, so
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And realistically, we're all a little awkward. So don't be worried about that. If you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go to this event. I don't know anyone. How do I even start a conversation?
I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember my first event ever in a professional setting.
Yeah.
I just felt so awkward, and I stood in a corner, and someone very gregarious. I won't say who she was, but her name rhymes with Julianne Glinchum. And she came up to me, and she like introduced me to a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
that was great. And that's
kind of like,
there's always going to be someone to help.
yeah, exactly.
Look for, Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers.
Oh, that's delightful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like live rent free in your brain.
That's right.
No, but I mean, I get it because I didn't used to be that way, right? Like I got to that point. And also for the record, like most of us are introverts that are pretending to be extroverts.
100%.
Like, you know, makes you seem like more relatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say, like, we try to do like icebreakers, right? And that helps with meeting people. But
Absolutely.
then there's like a bunch of us that are volunteers. And so we have like special name tags on. And that's kind of like your safe zone. Like
Absolutely.
we're going to help you out. We're going to introduce you to people. You know, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
You're going to meet all these people.
Most of the mixers and things that the Greater Gainesville young professionals do, they're very chill, man. Like,
Right.
people have such high expectations, or maybe they don't have, I don't know, maybe they don't have an expectation at all, but there's a perception that it's going to be like this. I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with that.
Like
It's
stuffy.
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 Yeah, it's chill.
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
had a mixer last night, which was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, it was so much
Got
fun.
a drink ticket, had a drink, hung out, played some pool. No pressure.
No, not at all. I mean, that's specifically someone came up to me last night and we were chatting and I said, oh, I don't think I've seen you before at an event. Is this your first one? Oh, yeah. I've seen your guys' stuff posted. And I always kind of think about it, but I'm like, eh. And so I came out tonight, and this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
In a really good way.
Absolutely.
She was like, I actually am having a good time, and I like this. And I was like, oh, damn, you thought we wouldn't be fun.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, it should be
Whoops.
GGYP plus F. F for fun. We can edit that part. It's okay. All right, well, thanks for listening to the first ever podcast.
And that's it. We're done now.
That's it. We are over.
When you crash and burn, you run away.
Actually, speaking of crashing and burning, we have an upcoming event all about burnout.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
That's the thing. I feel like a term that comes up so frequently amongst young professionals, especially because we kind of are more aware of like mental health and all of that. But it's the work-life balance and making sure that like you don't get to burnout.
Yeah.
Which is tricky, honestly.
It's super tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, there's time management, not just like in your job, but time management at home too. And then putting the two together, it's crazy.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you really enjoy your job and you're like ambitious, you're so much more likely to like put all in. Like,
you want to say
everything
yes
in.
to everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen,
No.
it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah. It feels
No.
There's a power
I
to
will
saying
not
no.
do that.
There's a very big power. I used
There
to
is.
be. We'll go back to the young professionals a second.
Yeah.
But I used to be such a people pleaser, and I just wanted to tell people what they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And never stood up for myself. But then once you take that power to yourself, it's amazing where you can go.
Yeah. Well, and see, my thing was always guilt. I would feel guilty if I said no. Like I'd either be disappointing someone or hurting their feelings.
Yeah.
Which like it's good to, have some empathy. But
Absolutely.
no, I always I make the joke that it's Catholic guilt because I grew up going to Catholic school.
Well, when you're saying
But
when you're saying yes to everyone, you're really just saying no to yourself.
that wasn't a joke.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's proper. But for real,
Yeah.
that's okay. One of the other times that we've brought in like someone for professional development, we brought in Betsy Pepin, and she wrote a book. And I mean, you were there. You heard it. But for y'all at home,
Really good book.
or in your office, I don't know,
Yeah.
or in wherever you
car,
are.
in your
No, we don't
airplane.
want them.
No.
You can listen to us in
Listen.
the car.
Yeah,
Don't look
do
at
not
us.
watch this.
Don't look at us.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
We'll be here for an hour, folks. We're just getting started.
we're just getting started.
Yeah. But burnout, breaking out of your boxes.
So what Betsy Pepin said was she said, realize that every time you say yes, you're saying no to something
Right.
else. And like, are you okay with what you just said no to? Like, and a lot of times that ends up being like when you're saying yes at work all the time,
Yeah.
you're saying no to your own health.
Breaking
but also
boxes,
like
that's what it's called.
breaking boxes.
I knew it had something to do with breaking
Something
in
with
boxes, breaking out of boxes.
Yeah,
No, it is
Betsy
called
Pepin all the way. Yeah, let's
breaking
show
boxes.
it for her.
Yeah, we
She's
have the-
cool.
Since we brought it up.
If you are interested in a professional development book by a local lady,
A local author.
Yeah.
A local
business owner,
Business person.
local boss, you know what, she wrote this and totally worth checking out if you're a reader, which you should be.
You should be a reader, but I believe.
I don't read enough books. Anyway.
Yeah. Maybe there's an audio version of it. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
Is there?
That's a good question.
Betsy.
We can look into that.
We need
can
the
look into
audio
that.
version.
But yeah, anyway, so it was a really, really good thing to learn because, yeah, like I said, when you say no, you're saying no to like your mental health, your
Right.
physical health, because like you're not doing things either.
Right.
And then like your friends and family and like all of
Yeah.
that. and your hobbies even. Like, oh my God.
100%.
I say no to things so that I can go home and embroider from my couch.
I say no
with
to
my
things
cat and my dog.
so I can just like lay on my couch and read or
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
read. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just not.
Yeah.
I can just
sit back,
just
relax,
sit back and you're just chilling.
and you can just chill. And
Yeah.
sometimes
And it's a really good time. So calming.
a fantastic time. You know what else is a fantastic time is when the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals do philanthropic things.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all
Yeah.
know. Y'all know. So, yes. And right now, our Strive Chair is Lizzie Casey with Gator CPR. She's so good.
So good.
She's so good. Already like super involved in the community, but now she's helping us to organize our philanthropic events. So what we just recently did was a cold weather supply drive for Grace Marketplace, which for those that don't know what Grace is, they provide services and shelter to those that are homeless within our community. So incredible organization.
Incredible.
I'm super biased because I sit on their board, but I sit on their board for a really good reason because they are killing it at, serving our community. And their goal is to end homelessness. So it's cool that they don't just end up like taking care of someone for a night or a week. They literally are getting you housed. Like they are setting you on a path for success. And like, yeah, like, because just as we've talked about before, it's like you can end up finding yourself in that boat because of one awful circumstance. But you don't have like friends or family that you can sleep on their couch, sleep in their guest room, whatever.
Right.
Like if you don't have that cushion, which a lot of people don't. But also, if you do have that cushion, guess what? You were homeless because I definitely was.
Yeah.
Those like crappy breakups that you deal with,
I mean,
and then you live
theoretically-
on your parents' couch for a little bit.
Yeah, theoretically, I was homeless when I moved back down to Gainesville. I lived with my parents for a while.
Exactly. Like it's far more common. It doesn't have to be this like taboo thing that you think is only reserved for, addicts and
Right.
mentally, disabled people and like mentally lost.
Yeah.
Like that's not always the case. But anyway, I'll ramble
Yeah.
on about that forever. But doing that supply drive was like so successful. We appreciate everyone that brought in items.
It was kind
because
of incredible to see the amount of things
it
that
was-
came in.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
had two cars.
Yeah.
I had my truck loaded up with the whole entire truck bed, and then Lizzie's car was loaded up in the back. Like that was incredible. Like I get goosebumps talking about that
Yeah.
because that was so cool to be able to show up to Grace and drop off that much. Like, and then they get to utilize those clothes in their boutique, which
Right.
is like, I think it's amazing that they don't just like they treat people like people. So it's actually set up like a store so they can come in and pick whatever they like. Like, and I love that. I love that so
It
much.
gives them the autonomy where they're
Right.
missing so much of that. That's,
Yeah. Like I said,
fantastic.
you're treating people like people.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my.
oh my God, crazy idea. Yeah,
Imagine
crazy
having
idea.
empathy for another person.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so every month we pick something different, and so this month, because we have the longest table coming up, that event in particular, we're gathering non-perishable food items for Bread of the Mighty and Grace Marketplace again. I swear it wasn't my choice. We just do that, but I would choose it if it was up to me.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is that Gainesville in general just has so many nonprofits. It's,
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
think what is the per capita? We have the most nonprofits in the entire country.
Yeah, and aren't we, I think, in the top like 5 of most philanthropic cities?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either 5 or 10.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's so amazing to be able to live in a place like that where
Absolutely.
like, hey, people actually care about people
People care about people, and
and are
you
trying
know,
to do things to change, like fill those gaps in society.
Well, that's how you
those-
change societies. You start at the local level, and that's what's incredible about being part of the GGYP is that we do have these opportunities where we can get introduced to other people in the community and make just a small change. Make a small change right here, that's going to echo into other
Right.
neighborhoods, other cities.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, and really it's been cool because we're able to get people involved once.
Right.
And then you kind of see like what things speak to you. Like what are you going to be passionate about helping?
Yeah.
And then from there, like you know what volunteer opportunities exist. You know where you can help. And that is what makes the difference. And, you know, we talk a lot about like, you know, being professional and being a leader. And if you want to be a good leader, then you need to be there for your community. Period.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
and that's one thing that I really like about like getting people out and showcasing different nonprofits. We can't showcase them all because, like we said, there's a lot, but we try our darndest. Like,
Try our darndest.
Yeah.
And even if we're not able to showcase them, they're able to come, the young professionals at least, able to come to the events and meet other young professionals and
Right.
just even just make relationships, build friendships. I mean, that's
Yes.
how
Yeah.
it really starts there too.
yeah, no, definitely. And because that's also, I mean, I'm going to plug your wife here.
Hey,
Hey, Kate, we're talking about you. So, so Kate works at the Education Foundation, and she actually helps to organize volunteers to be mentors to our high school and elementary school students that once they go through this program, and they're lower income families, and once these students go through this program, they are actually able to achieve a scholarship towards college
a
and like
2-year prepaid
yeah, like
scholarship.
it's amazing.
It's incredible.
And all it is, you know, you as a mentor coming on and having lunch with a student, which like, what are their lunches? Like, what is it? 25, 30 minutes, 35?
Something like that.
Something like
It's
that.
Around a half hour.
Yeah. And so you sit down twice
Yeah.
a month with a student. And like, what I always tell people is it's like, it's not, okay, let me tell you how to be a professional. Like,
No. You're just hanging out.
you're just hanging out. It's so cool because it's like a lot of those students, you're just providing like a friend, a supporter.
You're being a
you know?
stable adult in their life.
Yes.
Just a stable,
Yes.
a person who says, "I'm going to see you on Friday at 12:50," and you show up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or sometimes you mess
Or-
up.
Hey, look. When we to go back to the burnout
Yeah. Okay.
confession time. Last week, I was supposed to have a mentor session with my mentee, and I might have made a boo boo and somehow slept in. And I missed a few messages from him being like, "Are we still meeting today?" And I was like, "Buddy, I'm so sorry."
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have that ability to communicate with each other through the Take Stock app, and you're able to talk with a kid. Basically, this program is incredible.
yeah. I mean, that's the rundown.
So
yeah.
each school year, they need 15 sessions. So that's 15 mentor sessions. So that's 15 half hours. That's what, 7.5 hours?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And you have to take a lunch break anyway, or you should be.
be.
Otherwise, you will burn out.
Oh!
But yeah, no, it's so fun. And like, I hit up my mentee and I'm like, "What do you want for lunch today?" And then I try to give her like a different meal from local restaurants, so she gets to like try different things too.
Right? Yeah.
And yeah, even that, I'm like, I mean, obviously, I'm suggesting restaurants that I think are good. So
Right.
I get a yummy lunch, and then she also gets a yummy lunch.
right.
And, you know,
Hey, man. I mean, not to name drop, but we had some chicken sandwiches from Germain's,
oh,
which
so
was real good.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing is it's like it's just a cool opportunity, and do they still need 55?
They need 55 mentors
So that's hey,
for
you.
this upcoming school
Yeah.
year.
Get in there. It's such an easy way to change a life forever. Like, let's be real. Because not only are you like helping them at this point in their life, but then you're helping them to go on to further education.
Right.
And yeah, they just be their cheerleader. I love it.
Their cheerleader and their stable support network, support system.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, needless
Hey.
to say, philanthropy
Philanthropy.
runs deep
Right.
in GGYP.
What are the 4 principles of GGYP?
Oh, wow.
What are
I swear I didn't script him.
yeah. So we talked about the philanthropy. Mm-hmm. But what else can we look?
Okay. So our 4 pillars are connect, thrive, strive, and discover. So we talked about, the connect aspect is you meet people.
People, you hang out.
You're hanging out. We have our coffee and conversations. That's about meeting people, hanging
Incredible.
out. We have the mixers, of course, every month.
Incredible.
Meeting people, hanging out. So the connect stuff is that. But then from there, thrive being like that professional development and personal development.
Right.
So like definitely come out next month for Sarah will be joining us with Are You Motivated and giving you tips and tricks on how to not only avoid burnout, but then also how to deal with it if you're in it. Like
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times I feel like you don't recognize that you're in burnout until it's really too late.
Yeah,
you're like,
until
oh,
you
dang.
are burnt out.
Yeah. You're crisp.
You're crisp.
You
burn the wick at the candle at both ends.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, stuff like that. And we do personal development stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's not all work related. We've talked about like anxiety and like imposter syndrome and all kinds of stuff. And then from there, hopping into strive. Strive is what we already went over. All the philanthropy, the civic engagement opportunities,
Right.
like all of that. And then discover is like the real fun one because it's just showcasing things that are uniquely Gainesville. And you get to experience that. So like, one of my favorites is the one we've literally done since day one, is our Springs trip. So
Oh my God.
it's so fun. Like you rent you don't have to rent. If you have one, you can bring it. But you get a spring kayak or a paddleboard or a canoe, whatever. You can decide if you want to share it with somebody or if you want to go
you
solo.
can go solo.
That's
fine.
cool too. We just spend a day out on the springs and we go with the Florida Springs Institute. So they'll talk about.
Got a little educational piece with it.
Yeah.
We also teamed up the year before, I believe, with Current Problems and doing a cleanup of the springs, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Just going down, the Santa Fe River slowly and hanging out and chilling and there's a little piece of trash. Put that in my kayak.
Yeah. And yay, you just saved a turtle.
You
at
saved
the very least.
a turtle.
Yeah, at
a
the very
frog,
least.
Quite possibly a fish.
You helped to keep our springs that crystal clear that they should be
Absolutely.
until people trash it.
We don't want no trash in our springs. Not here. Not
You
not here.
go on, get.
You go on, get. If you want to bring your trash to the spring, we don't need that here.
Is this podcast just did you want an inner look at how weird Julian and Justin are? I was really wanting to know how weird they were.
We keep verging on we get really serious and talking about the philanthropy, and then we can only be serious for so long, and then I have to break out a voice. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for me not to speak in a straight. Well, I am an elder millennial, so I am slowly aging out of the greater Gainesville young
He
professional.
sure is. He sure
Yes,
is.
yes. I only have about a year and a half left.
Hey, it's okay.
Very thankful.
Well, you know what we do when you age out, right?
No, what are you doing?
We all jump you at a mixer.
Great.
You have no idea. You keep
Okay.
going. You have your birthday and you're like, no one knows.
Yeah.
And then we know because we pay attention to your Facebook and your Instagram and stuff. So we see
Great.
you. We see that birthday.
So is it when I turn 40 or 41?
41.
Oh.
Yeah. So 40 and
God,
under, you're
years
good.
before that.
But 41.
Just a kid.
And that's when we jump you at an event and we're like, get out of here, old fart.
We don't want
And we
you
push
here.
you out the door. And we say, you stink. You smell like old people.
You smell like old people. If you want to stay with the young professionals, you could be a sponsor.
But that is true.
But that's legit.
We don't kick you out, though. We will never kick you out
You see
unless
this banner?
you're not cool.
See this banner below? That
I
could
do
be you.
see that. That could be you.
That could be you.
Pew. But yeah, for real, because the truth of the matter is we are completely funded by our investors. So without those people, we don't have events for you anymore.
Yeah. So we should talk about our investors
We
for a
should.
second.
We
Yeah.
should. Let's hop back into serious mode.
Yeah, seriously. Life South community blood centers.
Yes, the only local blood center. Like every hospital that's in our region, completely blood funded.
Blood funded.
Is that filled with blood? They put the donations in there, and they save the lives. So
Locally. Local lives. Local
and
blood
every
for
time
local
you
lives.
donate, you save 3 lives. True fact. True fact.
Yeah. Plus,
that's
you get
a blood
cool,
fact.
You get a cool T-shirt every time you donate. I think they give out gift cards.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
too.
Depending on their thing that they're doing.
Right, different
So,
promotions. But
yeah.
I've got the type O blood, so I get to do a double platelet donation.
Yeah,
so I get,
you're
a
the
little,
one-
I get a little more money than
Yeah, you're the special one.
Yeah.
I'm just A. Meh.
you do. Yeah, but Life South is incredible, and they've been an incredible support of the GGYP. So
And I say, no matter how old you are, if you work for Life South, you're a GGYP.
For life.
For life.
GGYP for life.
Yeah. And then we've got Pavlov Media.
Pavlov Media.
Which they have been great. You'll see Jennifer out there with her purple shoes and her purple shirt and her purple everything.
Jennifer
She's
Phelps.
branded. But Pavlov Media providing a different opportunity for internet services in our community, which is great. And providing that, I should know the term for that.
the fiber optic.
The fiber optic.
Cable.
Yes. So they're taking care of you. They're making sure that you're
Yeah, and they're
getting things
They're
done.
great supporters of the young professionals, and they're expanding their network in Gainesville. So it's kind of
Yeah.
cool to see them growing as they're helping us grow, and that kind of ties into the mutual benefit.
Yeah.
benefits
Yeah.
of-
Well, and when they finally launched it, they answered that question that
Oh.
everybody was curious about with those
Are you in the
commercials.
dark?
Are you in the dark? And
Yeah,
then
that
they
was-
brought the light.
They brought the light. Pavlov Media.
Pavlov
bringing
Media.
the light to
Bringing
the
the
darkness.
light to you and having a really cute puppy in their logo.
It is a cute.
It's a
very
cute little puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and last but not least, because they literally have been investing in us from day one
Day one.
of GGYP,
one.
UF Health. UF Health, like such a big key component of our community. Like, I don't know the exacts, but they, I don't know the number, I guess I should say, but they're one of the largest employers in town.
My goodness. I right now my brain is fried, but it's
It's a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Take our word for it.
So, that's a big deal, helping to,
Yes.
give people jobs. But then on top of that, being not only an incredible, hospital and there for, emergency care, but also, their doctors that are specialized in the services that they provide there.
Yes.
The McKnight Brain Institute, all of the research that they're doing. A lot of people don't realize how much, they might think on the University of Florida,
Right.
with the students, but no, in UF Health is research facilities.
Groundbreaking
Yeah.
research is happening
Yeah.
every day.
It's wild. And creating medications and things that are supposed to stop Alzheimer's, delay Alzheimer's effects. And
Right.
it's we were just speaking with one of the employees yesterday, and the projects that they're working on is wild. You would not even imagine that kind of work is happening right in your back door.
It's really cool.
But that's UF Health. And not to mention, also talking about their recovery center, too.
I was going to
which-
bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. And that has been incredible to help people that are battling addiction, help people that are battling mental illness.
100%.
They're there. They're there for you.
I actually could speak from experience from that. I am actually a graduate of UF Health's Florida Recovery Center, and I would not be here today without their support. So
Yeah. No, that's incredible. Yeah.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
UF Health.
that's
You
a whole
got it.
different podcast if we want to go down
Yeah,
that route.
right?
Yeah.
We'll just spill.
yeah.
I mean, but if we're talking like that, also on top of that, so I know firsthand the services of UF neurological team because of me having epilepsy. So I got diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 16. I had no idea what it was. Fun fact, 1 in every 26 people has epilepsy. another fact, only 10% of all of those people with epilepsy actually are photosensitive, which means are actually affected by flashing lights. So normally the first thing people say to me is like, oh, so no flashing lights for you, huh? And I'm like, that's not, those two aren't automatic. But anyway, I can do epilepsy facts for days.
Right.
But their neurology team is like incredible. Like it's, they're well versed in specific neurological disorders, and they're just so helpful and there to, support you and be there for you and answer questions and all of that. So UF Health, 10 out of 10. You guys are incredible, and we greatly appreciate your support.
10 out of 10 for all 3 sponsors of the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals. If you would like to become a sponsor and help us with our efforts growing and retaining young professionals in the Greater Gainesville area, please call Julianne.
Yes. Or maybe you're just trying to get young professionals to spend money with you, and that's okay. You can market yourself to them that way.
Yeah.
Like,
it goes
I'm okay with that. Like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Go
Absolutely.
Go shopping. Go enjoy a good restaurant.
Little shoppy shop.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do in Gainesville?
Ooh.
If I were to say, Julianne, right after we're done with this podcast, you didn't have to go to work. You had no other responsibilities. I want to go do something fun in Gainesville right now. What are you doing?
Oh.
Good.
God. I don't. My first thing was like, food.
Okay. Food is good. That's always where my mind goes to.
Like, I just ate, but like, that's where my brain went. Like I love, our local food scene. And that's
incredible.
Okay, not to plug another chamber thing, but our Eat GNV Facebook group, like if you think that you don't know the food community here in town, or if you're one of those people that utters the words like, we don't really have good food here. No.
Dog.
No. So, EGNV, that Facebook group, people will post about local businesses and they'll give like reviews and say like, oh, check this place out. However, no negativity. We are not Gainesville word of mouth. So get that.
Whoa.
I mean, we know that's where a lot of people like to,
But it's a place for us to celebrate.
Yeah, that's
local food and local businesses.
That's why no negativity, because it's
what was
about
good?
Supporting local business, and that's what.
And
we're
if
doing.
you are a local business, like post, you have a special menu that you're having for Valentine's Day.
Promote yourself.
That sort of thing.
That's what
Throw
it's
it
there
out
for.
there. Yeah.
So the story behind that was that it was created during COVID, so that our local restaurants could post about. Like what kind of like curbside things they were doing and like takeout and delivery and all of that. And so that's why it started. And so we used it for that and it was amazing. Like even just for myself, I was like, oh dang, I can get a whole batch of to-go margaritas from Boca. Yes. I didn't know that was a thing, but I knew it was on EGNV.
There you go.
So that's kind of the thing is like that was what it was promoting. Right. And then from there, it became like, no, let's just talk about all the restaurants, all the things, and like what's good. Well, or I can ask questions and say like,
caterers,
which one should I check out? Yeah.
Right.
But I love that. So anyway, food scene, that's probably one of my favorite things is going to one of our local restaurants.
Okay.
But also, I love our brewery so much. And like there's always such cool events that are happening at them.
Super cool.
And I live downtown, so First Magnitude is such an easy one for me to pop over to.
Right.
And they really do events like all of the time. And their events are cool because it's like live music or like a craft festival or Pints and Predators where, they're raising funds, but then you also get to like look at snakes and tarantulas and stuff. But also, I am partial to bird watching in town too.
Touche.
Yeah. So I love our trails. Our trails are like...
We have incredible trails.
They're so good.
There are so many trails and so many nature reserves in this general area. It kind of blows my mind. Like someone was talking to me the other day and they mentioned a park and now I can't remember what it was called. But I was like, I've never heard of that. Where is that? And it's like...
just off of 43rd
Yeah.
and so. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I live within 2 miles from there, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
So
That's one of the things. Is it's like I feel like so many places are so low in supply on
Yeah.
beautiful outdoorsy nature spots.
we have an overabundance,
so
and it's
many.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
incredible.
I really, really appreciate that about our city. Like, and that we like work to protect that too. Like,
Right.
you know, that's really cool. Like that'll always exist. And we were, what was it? Like,
Wild spaces, public places.
well, yes, but we were one of the top, we were Tree City or something at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because of the fact that like our nature is everywhere and it's so beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible. We did at the chamber a couple years ago. They did. We used Sky Palm Studios, and they did a VR tour of the Gainesville area. And one of the coolest things is just seeing the shot from the drone going above, even downtown. You pull back a little bit, and just all you see is just beautiful trees everywhere. It's incredible.
We did the Birds and Brews Coffee Edition walk with the Alachua Audubon Society this year. That was our first Discover event. And we went to Sweetwater Wetlands, and it was gorgeous. Like, it was such a cool opportunity to see a lot of that, like, wildlife and beauty. You know, in one walk, we're seeing, like, I don't even know, 20 different kinds of birds, at least 20 different kinds of birds. And then you're also seeing like deer, and you're also seeing gators and turtles.
That's really
And sometimes
cool.
you'll catch a bunny. And like, it's just cool. Like a one-stop shop for like being immersed in nature.
Immersed in nature.
Immersed in nature.
But that's really cool. And that really ties into how many different interesting events that we have with the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals. And
Yeah.
you don't have to go to them all.
No, you really don't.
There's a wide range.
If you want to, though, because I
mean-
did just launch our like frequent flyer card.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah. So basically, every event that you come to now will hole punch your little loyalty card, which coins the phrase that I always say: youngish and professionalish. So if you're frequently youngish and professionalish, then that little card is for you. And every time we punch it off, your sixth event, you can decide if you want like an extra drink ticket, because everybody's first drink is free when you come to our mixers. So if you want an extra drink ticket, or if you want a $5 gift card to a local business. So, which I think I'll kind of just rotate amongst maybe Jermaine's first, because
We did name drop them earlier.
we did name
and
drop them
everybody
earlier.
loves-
Everybody loves
Yeah,
Jermaine's.
everybody loves
Which
Jermaine's.
also a cool thing about like them getting involved with the chamber, because they got involved when they were still a food truck. And not even
That's
the
right.
food truck, it was their truck, like their little truck that they had. And that it's such a cool thing to watch.
Talk about a
from
success
then
story.
to yeah.
Yeah.
Like the massive following that they have. Like I love that. Local business, man.
Local business, man.
Yeah.
And I got to say, you brought up the breweries a little earlier.
Yeah.
And I kind of hinted at that I went to FRC, but I do not drink. And so many of our local breweries have non-alcoholic beverages and mocktails or kombucha,
Yeah.
or Swamphead has this incredible root beer and a ginger beer that are absolutely
I
phenomenal.
have had that. Yeah, it's good.
It's really good. It's
no,
really
that's
good.
a really good reminder,
Because
because
I want to hang out with people, and like
Right.
you're talking about all the hole punches on the ticket. Like if I got a free drink ticket, that still is great because I want a root beer. I want a cool kombucha.
Well, and that's kind of the thing is everywhere that we go, which I mean, quite honestly, I think every place has this at this point in our lives, thank God.
Yeah.
But like everywhere you go is going to have a non-alcoholic option.
Yeah.
But most of them now have like the good ones.
Right.
Like, and that's cool. Like, and that's why, I do like to, I'm glad you brought it up, because I do like to say that to people, that it's like, you don't have to be a drinker to want to do this. Like, come out, hang out with us, be cool.
Yeah, just hang out.
Yeah, just hang out. Just hang out.
Have drinks to have fun.
Yeah.
Man, so many other things
you just
can
have
do.
to have fun people to have fun.
So many fun people.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the leadership team with the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned Lizzie Casey before. But
I did.
We should.
Which I do. So, okay. We should talk about like what this is actually going to be. It's not always going to be Julian and Justin shoot the crap.
Shooting the crap.
Or it's not always going to be like, let me tell you what GGYP is.
Right.
But we are going to have people come on and speak with us. So we'll have like local leaders. But I do want to bring on our leadership team little by little. Mm-hmm. So every year we have a volunteer leadership team that helps organize and handle things with GGYP. This year, our chair is David Roundtree. He works with the UF Alumni Association.
Yes, David.
And then we have Crystal Miner as our vice chair, and she works at the Collier Companies.
Crystal!
Woo! We have Lizzie Casey with Gator CPR as our Strive chair.
Lizzie Casey!
And then we have, well, I guess I'm giving it away, my husband. But hey, I don't vote on it, for the record. They chose him. I did not do it. I just really pressured them into voting for him. I said, you better.
Yeah.
No.
Let's just say the dinner I had that night from the money I was given to vote for him was great.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But no, so we don't handle it. It's totally up to our volunteers at the time who they want to bring on. So this year, Alex Flincham is our Discover chair.
Hooray! Alex Flincham.
Oh yeah, don't claps. And then we have Stephen Walker II, a lovely financial advisor. He is our Thrive chair. Where am I at? Oh, our Connect chair is Angela Mealy.
Angela.
And she is with Oracle Tech Company. And then we have our secretary, Jillian. And Jillian is with Gator CPR as well. Jillian Diaz Pereira. And then we also have Justin Clement. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
That's me. Oh, how dare you.
Dang.
Yes, my official role with the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals is as the Chamber Liaison, since the GGYP are an offshoot of the Greater Gainesville Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
So I could tell you more about that, but it's not about me.
That's another podcast.
That's a whole other podcast. Join me on Thursdays for This Just In. Anyway. Oh, my God, Elio, I need to talk to you after this.
Jeez.
Okay.
I like that. And then, of course, you have me. I am the director of the program. And so I oversee this, and I oversee Leadership Gainesville, and I oversee Leadership Gainesville Alumni Association.
What?
So, yeah, and once again, that's not this podcast, so I won't go into that.
But here's a question.
But, yeah.
That how did this all come about? How did GGYP come about? When did it happen? Why did it happen?
Okay.
Why are we doing this? What's going on here?
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me form.
We wrote no script for this.
No, we didn't. You could probably tell.
Future episodes will be written.
Yeah. Will they? Will they?
No, absolutely not.
Maybe questions for our people, because I don't want to put them on the spot.
This will evolve, like our professional development.
Yes, sir.
Boing. We're in the weird section again. But no, how did GG? What was the idea? What was?
So, basically, what happened is that I started working for the chamber 7.5 years ago, which is wild. And at the time, we didn't have a young professionals program within the chamber, which is really weird for a chamber because every chamber has one for the most part. And so I was like, why don't we have one? We should have one. And then over time, it came to me and Eric, our CEO, talking about it. And I was like, what do you think? Can we do this? I've kind of wanted to. And he gave me the green light in 2019. And we had plans to launch in 2020. It's so weird how that didn't happen.
That's weird. Why didn't it happen?
So we really launched the program in 2021 with our official kickoff party in February of 2022. And it was really cool because building it out, I held these focus groups of young professionals in the community. We reached out to over 50 different young professionals, and they would either hop on a Zoom call with us, or we started meeting in person once we were coming out of COVID a little more.
Yeah.
We sat in person but spaced out with masks on, all
the
of that.
social distancing.
But it was really cool because we ask all these questions of what are you looking for as a young professional in Gainesville? What do you want to see if we put on this program?
Yeah.
What's going to be beneficial to you?
Right.
And they provided all the answers. So when I say we're a group made by young professionals for young professionals because of that.
Literally.
Yeah, because literally.
Yeah.
We did the focus groups. I didn't just sit there and concoct my own thing.
Right.
We did it based off of what people in Gainesville wanted.
Absolutely.
So it's such a fun thing to see, and we grow every day, and
it's been incredible seeing the growth. So
you'll never be the only newbie at an event ever.
No, never.
No.
I came on kind of near the end of 2022, and just the growth I've seen in the last 3 years, it's absolutely mind-boggling. The amount of new faces that come in and want to be a part of something and get involved too.
Yeah.
We change the leadership changes. The leadership team at least changes every year.
Yeah.
Chairs open up, and it's incredible to see people who had never been to an event before, and then they show up to a mixer, say, and then, I like that. I'm going to go to this professional development. I'm going to go to this Thrive event. And now we have people in leadership.
Not to put Angela as a centerpiece right now, because I'm sure she's not crazy about that. But Angela Mealy, who is our Connect Chair. So the way that her involvement started is that she moved to Newberry because she has family there, but knew no one besides her family.
Right.
Yeah. So it was brand new, didn't know Gainesville, didn't know people. And her sister, who I know, was like, hey, you need to go out to the young professionals. This would be really cool for you. We know Julianne. You can talk to Julianne about it. Now, this girl comes out to our coffee and conversations, which is great for a first-timer because it's
Incredible.
Structured networking. So everyone kind of jumps around tables, and I have you guys switch and stuff. So it makes it, and you guys have topics on the table that you can bounce around with in case conversation starts dwindling.
It's
but
helpful. Yeah.
really, really great event. So she comes to that. Starts talking with a bunch of different people and making connections, and her and I start talking, and we're like, oh, this person's cool. Okay, yeah. And then I said, well, hold on, your last name. Is your brother Tony? She's like, yeah, actually, they're the ones who told me to come to this. But I didn't want to lead with that because I didn't want to pressure you.
Right.
And it was oh, no, that's so cool. And now, she kept coming to events. She joined our kickball team, which really does showcase how we are professional-ish because our kickball team's name is Send Kick Pics.
Send Kick Pics.
Which was voted on. I didn't do it.
What was it the year before? Because that's the second.
Oh, God,
the first
what did we
team,
do?
that was funny too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you guys were called.
We did Send Kick Pics, and then we chose another one.
Yeah.
Oh, Pitch Better Have My Money.
Yeah, Pitch Better Have My Money.
Yeah. And
Sorry.
Riri was our cheerleader. That was our mascot.
Incredible.
Yeah. But anyway, so she got involved with the kickball as well as everything else. And then she was like, I want to be on the leadership team. So she's only been active for a year and some change now, but she's been so involved and met so many people that she wanted to get more involved. You know what I mean? So it's she's my example for success story, quite honestly.
No, it's fantastic. She's great.
Yeah. And definitely the kickball team helps people get involved as well because, I mean, you're playing recreational kickball with a bunch of other YPs, and you guys just, like, hang out, have fun. You can have some beers if you want to while you play. We're not that great. I'm just going to be honest. And that's not on anybody. Like, that's not on one person. So I'm not talking about anybody in particular. And I promise you I'm not Angela. I promise you I'm not. But, yeah, like, we're just doing it for fun and, like, to hang out. And we, like, will go out for food or whatever, like, after the game. And, like, that's all it's about. And
doing things for fun.
Yeah.
And bonding.
And yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, that's what, like, this is all about.
Yeah. And kicking some balls. You know what I mean?
Kicking those balls. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I think maybe
it's
time for weekly update.
Weekly update? What's that, Julianne?
Yeah. So, weekly update is what you think it is as far as it being a playoff of weekend update by the great people over at SNL, Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And if you have never seen it before, the fun thing about it is that they'll talk about current news and like things that are going on, but they write each other's scripts. So the person that's reading the script has no idea what it's going to say. They're just kind of like going with the flow.
So we might have done the same.
We might have done the same. So yeah, we plan to do this every podcast. We'll give you some like current event stuff and have just a great old time. So shall we switch over to that?
We should.
We'll just. Oh, now it's news. I'm officially official.
Officially official.
All right, you ready for this?
I was born ready, Julianne.
All right, Julian I can't even say my own name.
Julian
and Justin. All right,
Julian. Unless we actually have a script for it.
I know. Julian and Justin here to give you the scoop on current events.
Yes, and as most of you know, GGYP is for 40 and under. As most of you may not know, I'm only 39, so I haven't aged out yet, okay?
Yeah, okay. Jeez, don't get so sassy about it.
Okay.
He's not that old. Okay, guys, give him a break.
I still have Riz.
Yeah, I didn't write that in there, guys.
I've got swag. I'm hip. I'm cool. Moving on. The city of Gainesville recently rolled out their ambassador program in December. This program is designed to advance downtown as a destination for visitors and locals. Mm-hmm. You've probably seen them around town. I haven't been able to spot one, but I have noticed that neon green is trending with the downtownies right now.
Yeah.
Slay.
It is everywhere. So strange.
Yeah, so much neon green. Yeah. What's all that about?
What is it?
Like, I was downtown the other day, and I saw this neon truck go by, and the guy driving it was, like, all in neon green. And I was like...
That's cool.
What's all
Where can I get one of those?
He asked me if I was doing all right, and I said, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, side note, ambassadors, that's been really cool. And they help you find, like, parking and places around downtown. And, yeah. And even if you're, like, you don't want to walk to your car alone, they'll do that with you. Like, they're all around downtown. It's super cool.
All around. Look for the
Anyway, back to news.
Back to our jokes. That's right.
Okay, all right. The Chamber has their upcoming event, The Longest Table, on March 21st from 5:30 to 8 p.m. in downtown Gainesville. This event will be a great opportunity to support our downtown businesses, connect with other people in the community, and gather stock. Gather stuff or stock up the food pantries at Bread of the Mighty and Grace Marketplace. The Chamber has gotten some questions about cost, asking, why does this ticket cost $30? Shouldn't it be free? And to that, I say, the Chamber is a nonprofit. Back up.
That should have been
Chirp, chirp, chirp. You're the one who wrote it, so.
Yeah. Anyway, the city of Gainesville has announced open registration for their lifeguard and safety classes. While this training is open to all ages, I will not be partaking due to scheduling conflicts. I have my water aerobics class at Oak Hammock at that time.
Yeah.
Me and the other residents.
You with your best buddies. You're just waiting.
Well, to make that 4:30 dinner, I need to do my aerobics.
Exactly. All right. The Chamber has opened applications for their 52nd class of Leadership Gainesville. Leadership Gainesville is the state's longest-run leadership program. It is a 9-month course in which you give up 1 full day per month to learn more about Gainesville, connect with the other 50 community members that are taking the class, and grow through professional development. Applications are open until May 31st, and the class will begin in August. This program is run by a true leader, me. That's sweet. Was that supposed to be a joke? Damn. Okay.
I mean, I actually wrote that for myself to read.
I'm trying.
No, it's okay. Hey!
Hey.
On March 29th, our local commissioner, Brian Eastman, will be hosting our local commissioner, Brian Eastman, will be hosting an approximate 6.2 mile planned route showcasing the city's current bicycling infrastructure and will feature select stops throughout, highlighting existing infrastructure, issues, and future infrastructure plans. They're calling it Bike Ride with Commish, truly showcasing how hip or hipster our city is. This is also a great opportunity for members of our community to trap a commissioner for like an hour and share all your thoughts and complaints. Brian's email is...
Yeah, Godspeed, Brian. Godspeed. I mean, maybe we should... I kind of have a thought for a name for that event.
Let's hear it.
I would say it should be called a word that rhymes... Well, yeah, that rhymes with itch. With the commish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
No? Okay. All right. Whatever. Anyway, those are our updates for this
those are our
week.
updates. Work in progress.
We had incoming news, didn't we?
Wait, we have incoming news.
Wait.
Straight from the...
Oh, yes.
Straight from downtown.
All right. In local news, last week, a local couple found a 7-foot alligator in their kitchen. Also, the video is super funny, and I'll post it later. Yeah, really funny video. Anyway, as UF says, the Gator Nation is everywhere.
Chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp. Anyway, that's weekly updates from Julian and Justin.
Ha!
We'll catch you later.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What fun.
Wow.
What fun was had.
So much fun was had.
So much fun.
Work in progress, ladies and gentlemen.
Progress,
Work
yeah.
in progress.
We think we're funny. That's all that matters.
I know we're funny. Was that funny that we just did?
Me. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, come to one of our next mixers and you find out for yourself
and
in person.
You can comment below what you're thinking about this or what you want us to talk about, because I'm down for that too.
That would be great. Much like how the Greater Gainesville Young Professionals were started, we'd love to get a little feedback on this podcast.
A podcast for young professionals by young professionals.
What should we be talking about? Who should we have on as a guest?
Yeah.
Who would you like to hear from in this local community?
Yeah. So, be ready for more coming your way, because we're ready.
We're ready.
Yeah.
I'll get more sleep the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I am tired.
I'll have more coffee the next time.
I need less coffee and more sleep, because I'm like...
Well, so we'll be better next time.
Thanks for putting up with this.
Thanks. Yeah. If you made it to the end...
Awesome.
You're a shining star.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, then man, ouch.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah. Anyway, share the podcast with everyone. Let us know what you're thinking. Comment below. Share it. Love it.
Comment. Like. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Isn't that what all the influencers do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question. Where can people find you online?
Oh, God. Everything?
Everything.
Like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Meetup, TikTok, Thread,
Yeah.
X. Am I missing one?
I probably.
Yeah. We try to, we're on everything.
Yeah,
You can find us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just type it.
But also, we probably the easiest one to do is to sign up on our website, the Chamber's website.
Yes.
For the newsletter, and then it sends you an email that gives you all of the social media outlets, like right there.
Everything.
So,
yeah.
and then you can just, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Adios. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. What other words?
So long. Farewell.